I liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes so much that I thought I'd do something special for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So I actually trained a chimp to be my co-critic, but yeah, things were great at first, and then he got into the bad movie section. Oh god, he's found Spider-Man 3. Oh, not Daredevil. I liked it. Oh, the Tim Burton section. It's got a lot more misses than I remember. Oh god, Dreamcatcher, Twilight. Why do I own these movies? That could have been a lot worse. He could have thrown some real crap. Luckily, I don't own any Michael Bay films. What wasn't crap was the previous Apes film. Call it a relaunch, a reimagining, or a prequel. Rise of the Planet of the Apes was one of the best blockbusters of 2011. The reason why it worked is because it had a superbly written story with clever nods to the original franchise, while at the same time clearly trying to separate itself and create its own franchise for the 21st century. And while some of the team was back, like screenwriters Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, there was a change in the air. Original director Rupert Wyatt didn't return, and so Matt Reeves comes in to give us his own flair. Unfortunately for us, that flair includes The Pallbearer, that one-note remake of Let Me In, and Cloverfield. Yeah, I didn't like it either. Well, there was no feces throwing here, as everyone involved in this film, and I mean everyone, seemed to be at the top of their game. That starts with the writing, and while it seemed that Rise would be a very tough act to follow, Jaffa and Silver did an amazing job with a story which is just as good, and characters that you can really get behind. Let's pause and think about this, because like a Michael Bay film, you just don't care about those so-called human characters. Of course, that leaves us with the apes. That's not to take anything away from the human characters either. Gary Oldman is always good at being bad. Jason Clarke and Kerry Russell are very relatable characters, and it's great to see Kirk Acevedo on the big screen. I guess after Fringe, Charlie finds another dimension that's taken over by apes? Wait a minute, Charlie? Chuck? No, there's no connection. Like I said though, the writers seemingly have started to phase out the human component to these films. And so they even double up the story. They mirror it between the apes and the humans, so you can choose which story you follow. Then again, who's going to choose to watch boring old humans when you've got talking monkeys? The sheer talent behind these talking apes is actually unbelievable, and while it may feature some familiar names, not necessarily familiar faces. Toby Kebbell, who I loved in Guy Ritchie's Rock'n'Rolla, provides the Brutus to Caesar in The Abused Chimp Koba, and Judy Greer actually provides the human touch to Caesar's wife, Cornelia. Judy Greer, that saucy redhead from failed sitcoms and Archer. Huh, if anything, she should have been an orangutan. Oh, what? Like I'm the only one who thought the carpet should match the apes? The pioneer of this form of acting is not just a leader on screen, as this performer just keeps getting better and better. Andy Serkis is the only actor I know who does his best work in a skin-tight gray suit covered in ping-pongs. Or as I call it, Thursday night. Serkis's performance as Caesar in this film is a little wiser. He has a family, and he has to make tough choices as leader of the apes. And the great thing is, you get to see all of that in the apes' performance. What's crazy is that in Serkis's most notable work, you never see his face, but you always see his performance. He is a pleasure to watch, and so he is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes for the win. Wait, I just realized, does that make Andy a circus ape? Where were you even hiding? Serkis and the other ape actors couldn't have done it without the team of engineers and animators at Weta. The animation in this film in just 3 short years is something else that is just unbelievable. It gets better and better as well. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, some of the animation looks like just that, but in Dawn, you get to see every texture, raindrop, wrinkle. I actually had to remind myself that sometimes I'm not watching a real talking monkey. If I was, I'd be watching Mark Wahlberg again. It speaks to the sheer effort that they are putting into these films, and every nuance is really and clearly planned out. I could also tell they're trying to take things a little slow. They're taking baby steps within the franchise so that the filmmakers don't just suddenly jump back into apes in huts, apes wearing clothing, and orangutans with advanced degrees. An ape fortress and a few more talking monkeys is just enough evolution for me. I cannot wait for the next one. This franchise, only 2 films in, has been amazing. And just like its predecessor, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of the best films of this summer. It is, and earn it. Poll question, and it only has a few options. What is your favorite Andy Serkis portrayal? Gollum, King Kong or Caesar? Or bonus marks to those real schoolers who say Allie, Tesla's assistant in The Prestige. As always, leave your answers in the comments section below. But until next time, school's out.